Now on your feet at 5, over the last year, Americans turned their living spaces into their working spaces. Yep, the at-home office. And it is a big change that sparked big tax questions that are now at the heart of several lawsuits. They potentially have huge consequences for both employees and the cities that they work in that rely on their tax dollars. Our Mark Naymik explains what this means for you.
Many people have an office in downtown Cleveland or in other big cities, but for the last year they've been working from home in a suburb. Yet those big cities around Ohio are still collecting income tax as if they're driving to work every day. The Buckeye Institute, a conservative-leaning advocacy group, has filed 4 lawsuits on behalf of employees no longer working from their offices in Columbus, Cincinnati, and Toledo. The suits could force cities, including Cleveland, to refund millions of dollars. The cases are focused on emergency coronavirus legislation approved last spring by lawmakers that allowed cities to keep collecting income tax from workers sheltering at home. Cleveland attorney Jay Carson of the Buckeye Institute says cities can't tax a worker who doesn't live or work there. And as some companies decide to keep working remotely, he says the issue needs to be settled.
I understand and sympathize with the Ohio legislature because they were making this decision about a year ago. Along with many other decisions, drinking from the fire hose, as it were, trying to deal with this emergent crisis. And looking back a year or so ago, again, there were a lot of folks who thought, this might all blow over in a couple months or 6 weeks. But what's happened is it's been much longer than that. And we've seen the other factor that's come into play is that a lot of businesses and employees have said, this works for us. And we're going to continue working remotely.
People living in a township could save as much as 2.5% of their income if the lawsuit is successful, though people in the suburbs will save a little less. That's still a lot of lost revenue to big cities like Cleveland and Columbus. I reached out to both of them today, and they declined to comment about the case. I'm Mark Naymik, 3 News.